a lot of spaghetti in there, honey. Are you sure you can figure out which wire is what?
No.
No? Wait a minute. That's not very promising.
This time on Selling Tashi.
We are tackling some boat jobs, taking a little sail, and visiting a retired ship with a lot of history.
For better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore.
Today's job, installing a boarding ladder. This is the swim ladder on Tashi. It's the only way to board the boat from the water. With our dinghy secured for travel, it's unusable for boarding. So we're adding a ladder to the side so we always have a way for people to get on board from the water. So we got a ladder from West Marine, but we had to have it bent because it didn't quite fit our hull. So we took it over to Svenson's and they bent it for us. And Hala's going to work on putting some holes in the boat.
So what do you think? Does it look like it's going to fit?
Yeah, I don't know. I have to go underneath and see where the holes will come through.
Yeah. Does it fit on the outside?
Yeah.
I like it.
After measuring, the mock-up looks good, so it gets marked and the first hole is drilled. Well, did it work?
Not exactly on the hole. It's like really close.
Yeah.
Should work. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it'll work good.
What are you working on?
We're having a problem with the EAS. It's giving me an error when we're underway. It works perfectly when we're at in the marina or stopped. So we're thinking it's the GPS. Looks like a puck. I don't know what you call it. GPS antenna. That's what it is. And I'm cutting some wire so that I can take it outside and put it on the deck, tape it up on the deck, and see if it gets a better signal. And then we're gonna go out in the bay and see if it works.
All right. Does that mean we get to go sailing?
Yes.
All right. Guess who came to visit? Hi, Jeff.
Because there's alcohol here.
No, because you love us
And
so
because
much.
I get
It's
such
because the head of us
joy.
are here.
Joy.
It only took Hal a few minutes to remove the antenna. But then we had to unwind about a mile of wiring.
Kind of hit it down there through the wires.
Okay. Jeff, you want to take the camera? Make yourself useful.
Right, for the first time ever.
First time ever. Okay.
One shot.
After weaving the wiring in and out, over and under, we finally had it free and stretched back into the cockpit for testing the next day.
You really got plenty up here.
Okay.
All right. Did you know we were going to put you to work when you came for dinner?
Oh, that was really hard work. I come over here because I promised some one of these, and look, everything's out.
Well,
All the Jeffy snacks are out.
all the Jeffy snacks.
All of them. And these, go Costco, those are good.
What happened?
Put it all back together. I forgot to put that on there.
It is a typical freezing, cold, foggy Bay Area morning, but Hal is out there working his butt off trying to get things prepped because we are going sailing. But not before I have another cup of coffee. So we made it out of the marina just great, and what is our goal for today, Captain?
We need some practice. So today I want to go out and do all points of sail. We keep doing it until we get it right, and we'll work as a team. I'm looking forward to it. I think I got a good attitude. She has a good attitude. We're going to try not to bicker, and we're going to try to make it fun. At the same time, we're testing our AIS. When we are on the move, we lose our AIS signal and it goes into air. And originally the antenna was down in our nav station. We're thinking that it maybe need to come up top on the boat. So we have it temporarily wired over there on top. And we're going to test it out at the same time, see if we lose signal.
All right. So this is where we have the AIS, what's it called? I call it a puck. Antenna. And it is wired all the way down and around and into our nav station, but we're hoping we can have continuous AIS signal while we're moving, and if that solves the problem, we have a good fun job of wiring all of this, putting all of this wiring into a safe place. So we'll see how it goes.
Still head to wind.
All right, so we have our Maine and our Genoa up, and she's looking pretty. Tails are flying in the right direction. And yes, we have battens on a furling mainsail. Woohoo! Yeah, they're sideways, so not sure what that's supposed to do, but you know, it's all good. It's looking so pretty. So pretty. So mellow out here today. We have about 6 knots of wind maybe, and we're going about 3 knots. So, but our sails are happy. So we moved the AIS antenna from up top to down below, and our AIS went into error and we could no longer see ourselves. Hal is moving it back up, and if we get a reading, then I think we have our answer. So that did not correct our AIS problem, so Hal is now down there putting a new antenna on, and we will see if what we really have is a bad antenna. So one thing that happens in the bay is that there are all these little islands, and you'll have good wind and you'll be chugging along, and then all of a sudden you'll be in the leeward side of the island and you will have nothing. And so that's kind of where we are right now, but we've got enough wind that we're going still 3 knots. So we're going to keep on this point of sail, then we're going to tack back and head over towards the Golden Gate a little bit and see what we can see over there. So it just happened. We cleared Angel Island, and now all of a sudden we've doubled our speed. We are getting some wind, and so the sails are really full, and this boat is enjoying it, and I think this guy is too.
So peaceful.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in spite of multiple antenna configurations, we still had the error with the AIS. So, unfortunately, we will have to replace it. But at least we had a great sail.
Honey, look at the mess you made. There are lines everywhere. Ugh. Tisk, you're in trouble.
soon enough, we were heading back to the marina. On the way in, we passed by this big ship, the Red Oak Victory. And just our luck, they offer tours.
Today is an overcast day here in Richmond, but it is not windy, so the temperature is pretty good. We are going to Red Oak Victory, which is a vessel that was actually built here in Richmond by probably the Rosie the Riveters.
I don't know anything about it.
I don't know anything about it either, but we will find out.
The SS Red Oak Victory is the last surviving vessel of 747 ships of all types built at the Richmond Kaiser shipyards during World War II. She continues to serve today as a museum ship and as a monument to the thousands of men and women who worked hard to build these ships in a time of national crisis.
I don't know how I feel about these stairs.
We paid extra for a tour of the engine room because Hal wanted to.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Whoa.
Wow.
That's pretty far down there.
This is what I want.
That is really, really cool.
Start up here, we'll go down the ladder.
Okay.
All right.
Our tour guide and docent, Ron, gave us a very detailed description of the giant steam engine system. I think we learned about every single valve, nut, and bolt on this ship. We were very impressed with the intimate knowledge of the vessel that Ron was able to share with us.
This is the throttle level, he said. Just want to do 360.
They put this plywood on it. Normally we had like a grid under here. Digital or telegraph.
Wow.
So the wheelhouse, you got these levers you move. Here, what you want to do by that, it's on the hands on that lever.
This moves.
That's answering. So if you lose that, you're moving the thing up in the wheelhouse. Let's move the inner arrow.
It's okay to move it now? Or is it get stuck?
Leave it.
Don't do anything.
I don't want to break it.
One up in the air, this
This complicated gauge board gives the operators important information about the engine and how it is functioning. This is definitely not a one-person job.
How big is that propeller?
It's 18 feet diameter.
Wow.
Wow.
It's a single screw ship, so it's
Yeah.
Next stop on the ship was to see what makes that 18-foot propeller turn.
So this is a long shaft.
7 different shafts in Shaft Alley.
Wow.
So they're all 22 feet long.
Wow.
This is solid steel. It's not a shroud in here. Some people think it's a shaft and a shroud. No, this is actually a shaft.
Okay.
Wow.
This actually rotates because you see the bearings are right in here.
That's solid steel?
Solid steel.
Whoa.
You know how heavy that would be?
It's heavy, yeah. And it's expensive. That's why we don't make sure we want to damage it. But
Yeah.
And then you
I would
lubricate all
say.
the joints right here. This is the bearings?
bearings go right here. So that's where the wiring checks, make sure that you put it back in his hand. And if you can hold it for more than 5 seconds, it's good. It's normal. If it goes out, it's overheating.
Ah.
You get a bad bearing.
That's an interesting way to tell
That's a
the
real
bearing is that's technical.
These bearings are made of brass, and they're like half circles.
Oh
So
yeah.
that's what they look like. And here we have to shut the Chevy, you had to remove this and hook up the top up there, hanging on that bar there. So you have access to remove the bearings if you have to, you know. And
We just had the cutlass bearing replaced on our shaft, and I'm pretty sure it was a much easier job than this would have been. What noise would it make, Hal?
I'm imagining it'd be like,
it's capitating. They got 4 props.
This is
Yeah,
where
really
the
shakes
murders
it.
happen.
We then traveled to the steam room, where a multitude of valves and steam pipes greeted us.
Oh yeah.
You see the tubings inside there. That's where
Yeah.
the water is in.
Okay. And that all of those little, it's like a beehive in there.
I
with
know, that's what it
all-
looks like.
Yeah, with all
Uh-huh.
different little
Without the
holes.
bees.
Yeah.
Distilled water held in one of several tanks, like this, ran through the pipes and was heated by diesel fuel burned here. This created the power for the steam engine to run. A massive labyrinth of pipes and fittings pumped steam to various other parts of the ship for use in other capacities. We left the belly of the boat to come up and see the crew's living area, including a dining area and a huge galley.
Microwave was probably
This
not
is no, that's
original,
definitely World
but
War II.
wow, yeah, World.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at that pan. That's cool.
Look at that.
You can make some lot of
You
eggs
could
with that
do. This is a large grill. You could put a lot of food out.
Our
Yeah.
pancake breakfast we had last Sunday.
Wow. Oh, okay.
The pancakes on.
Yeah, you could cook quite a bit of pancakes and bacon.
We also toured the sick bay and crew's sleeping quarters.
Right. He's spent all his time writing love letters and.
These are merchant vans, you see.
Yeah.
Then it was over to the radio room, where we got to hear something we didn't know still existed.
If they're not here, they're down here. I'll find them.
Oh my gosh.
Where's transcript?
That's
Amateur radio operators.
wow.
That's about the only place you'll hear Morse code anymore.
That is amazing, though.
Because commercially, they don't use Morse code. It's all, satellite and GPS and things like that.
The captain's quarters and the helm were next on the tour.
Are you driving?
There you go.
See, you see that big thing up there? That's where you talk. The
Oh, that's
Copper-
because at their flying bridge station, which stop it up.
you be yelling at people.
Full steam ahead.
That's our voice too.
The last stop for us was at the gunner station.
Lock and loaded.
Should have been a real
It was a nap.
Oh.
range on
Zero's coming in.
3 miles.
This one doesn't move like the other one does. Either that or I'm really weak. Pew pew. Pew pew.
We spent hours on the ship and were amazed and fascinated by the intricacies of its operation and the history that was provided to us by her knowledgeable docents. We love that the rich history of this vessel is preserved for all to see, right here in Richmond. Join us next time for a conclusion to our AIS troubles, some more boat work, and sailing as we count down the days to our southward departure.
Remember to like and subscribe. And also hit that bell. And remember notifications.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. You and I, we got it.